Hello, everybody. Today we're doing a very short, easygoing practice on the sofa for post-op recovery. I have a friend who just went through a laparoscopic surgery, and quite often we talk about minor surgery. You know, it's a minor surgery. Of course, laparoscopic surgeries are much easier on the body than open abdominal surgery. However, still, it is for the body. It's something it needs to digest, reorientate, and heal from. So, as much as we want, like counting down the days till we can do sports again or do a strong practice, today is going to be about a bit of lymph flow, calming down the nervous system, and really appreciating and taking the time to heal, because your body's going to thank you for it, and hopefully it will make recovery faster. And I'm going to be on the couch. I'll also lie down on the couch. You can, of course, do it on your bed as well. We're going to start seated, and then we're going to lie down and do a body scan. To lie down, I have a pillow and another one that I can put underneath my knees so it's even juicier if you want. Good. So I suggest coming to the edge of the bed. So as much as we're sitting down, we're not just like flopping, we're using back muscles, or deep inner muscles. So the psoas hasn't been cut through in any way, even if you had a laparoscopic surgery. And then you can bring your hands under your thighs, maybe palms up, and just arriving here, feeling the soles of the feet, the sits bones. You can also rock just a little bit front and back to see where's my weight. How can I stack? And then you might notice your breath moving a little bit differently than when you're lying down or just slouching. Nice smooth breaths in. Nice smooth breaths out. Good. And then maybe your breath starts to deepen a little bit. One count longer in. Another count longer out without straining, without crunching, just because you inhale and exhale a little bit smoother, a little bit slower. Good. And then we'll start by moving the head. So you can chin in a little bit, back to center, inhale. Exhale, chin in, back to center. Just some easy nods, getting a bit of rhythm going. Also side to side, you can exhale side, inhale center, exhale other side, inhale center. Maybe one more round. So helping the lymph flow here by moving the neck. And then we'll also turn the head. Inhale center, exhale chin towards right shoulder. You can of course start the other way. Inhale center, exhale to the other side. And just mindful movements. Sometimes with these simple things, we're like, oh my God, I'm not doing anything. But on the other hand, you're normally not doing this. So obviously we are doing something and we're doing it very mindfully. If it's nice, you can also go half circles, side to side. Nice and easy. No need to strain or look up. Maybe the breath wants to sink into its own rhythm. Good. And then slowly coming to center. And then you can start to pump the hands a little bit, opening the palms, closing the palms. Good. And once that feels right, you can start to draw some circles through the wrists. Inhale up, exhale down. It's a very small movement, so you have to make it quite slow to let it sync up with breath. Also the other direction, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, and then bringing your awareness there. If that feels nice, you can also draw some circles through the elbows. Inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. Other side also from the inside. Good. And then you can bring your hands onto your shoulders, and then we'll draw some circles with the elbows. Still inhale, moving up. Exhale back and down. And then you might notice your breath starts to deepen that way. My shoulders cracking. Inhale up. And exhale down. Good. And then maybe also inhale, opening through the elbows. And exhale, moving towards touching the elbows without actually having to touch them. Inhale, open. And exhale. Good. Last one. And exhale. Good. And then you can bring your hands onto your thighs. Then we're going to go to the feet. So you can interlace the hands behind the thighs and then just lean back. You're not really using your abs. It's just like the architecture is more the back muscles. And then you can draw some circles through the foot. Good. One direction and the other. You can still inhale up. Exhale out and down. Inhale up. Exhale out and down. And you can straighten and bend. You can exhale, inhale, bend. And if you feel like your core is starting to engage, then back out, just a tiny movement of the knee. Good. You can also think about circling the knee. Tiny movements. Also the other direction. Good. And then just leaning forward to release the leg. Check it out. And then the other side. Leaning back. And then starting with the foot. One direction. In the other. Inhale. Exhale. Good. And then playing around with a little bit of an extension. It's quite a challenge to keep the belly nice and soft and just move from the leg. And then maybe tiny circles so that the thigh bone has to move a little bit in the hip socket. Good. And then you can widen the knees a little bit. Release. And then we'll basically do like windshield wiper. Inhale, open the knees. Exhale, one knee comes inward. Good. Inhale, open. Exhale, other knee comes down. Good. Not a big movement. Just moving the thigh bone in the hip socket. Good. Nice. And then you can extend one leg and lean forward a little bit. Don't have to feel a big of stretch. Good. And then other side, extending the other leg, just leaning forward a little. If you flex the foot, it's going to lengthen a little bit quicker. Belly still nice and soft. Good. Nice. And then let's shrug the shoulders. Nice big circles. Again, the belly doesn't have to get involved. Good. And if you want to reach your arms up, that feels okay. See. And then And that's it. We're going to lie down. Going to place this pillow underneath my knees. A little pillow under my head, always through the side, so your belly stays soft. And then you can roll onto the back. And you can place your hands anywhere you have room. The legs can just turn out. And I'm going to keep my hands sort of on my groin area. You can see maybe you want to place your hands on your heart or where the incisions are. That might be nice to give some low-key Reiki to the areas that have been changed. And then it wasn't a big effort, but you still moved your body so that you have a bit of a connection to the cells. I'm just moving through an easy body scan. Let's start at the toes, feeling all 5 toes, top of the foot, back of the foot, your ankles, moving up your calves and shins to your knees, just feeling your knees without having to do anything with them. Feeling the fronts of the thighs, backs of the thighs, just feeling the presence of both legs. And then moving into the pelvis, your buttocks. Let's go up the back of the body first, up the spine, along the lower back, mid-back, and upper back. Feeling both shoulder blades settling on to your back body. And from there, let's go into the shoulders, both upper arms, elbows, forearms, all 10 fingers. The palm of the head and back of the hand. Just feeling the presence of both arms and the sides of your body. And then coming back through the shoulders into the neck. Face nice and soft, jaw relaxed, cheeks, the whole mouth, your eyes, nose, your forehead, the back of the head, back of the neck. And from there, let's move down the torso from the throat into the chest. From there into your diaphragm, and then into your belly where we're going to just hang a little bit. Just allowing the breath to move the belly. No need to breathe deeply, just softly. Allowing the organs to move, resettle. If you want to imagine some bright healing light emanating from the center of your belly. Maybe it's like liquid warmth spreading through the organs, helping your body settle into the changes that have occurred. Allowing prana, life force energy, to move through those areas. Good. And then you can stay here and take a nap. If you're like, okay, I got things to do today, you can take a deep breath in and breath out. And start to wiggle. Ooh. And again, we're going to roll onto the side. You can bend the knees, nice and easy, one after another. And then roll over onto the side. Maybe your feet hang off of the bed or the sofa. And then you can use your hands, no core involvement, to sit up. And I thank you for sharing this little practice, and I wish you a wonderful recovery and hope to see you soon. Thank you.